where we live, so we
It's
shouldn't be
North
too
Dakota.
surprised. 61 right now. Lots of sunshine, though. That's the nice part of that. I love every time when we get to do the CEO Spotlight. Typically, we do it on Tuesdays, and with the holiday, we moved that to Thursday of this week. And very thankful to have in studio with us today two of the boss ladies at Aspire Realty, Katherine Kiernan. Katherine is the owner and broker at Aspire, and Bridget Kruger is the marketing assistant over at Aspire. Ladies, thank you for coming in today. Great to see you.
Oh, thank you for having us. Great to see you guys as well.
I'll start with you, Katherine. Tell us a little bit about the Aspire story. As someone who kind of helped the whole thing get started, tell us how it happened.
Well, we have to laugh a lot in the office because it happened by accident, to be completely honest with you. I had my whole background professionally has always been in finance. And so getting into real estate happened when my husband and I were deciding to sell our house. And I'm like, I should just get my real estate license. We've got a bunch of babies running around anyways. It'll probably be easier and a fun little hobby to have.
Yeah.
6 months later, I'm quitting my job at the bank because we're so busy, and went to work for another brokerage at the time, and then transitioned over to Keller Williams. And then we're sitting at Keller Williams saying, well, hey, let's make the whole Aspire dream come to real life now. And so we ended up going independent in 2019 and have been just running like crazy ever since.
How about that? What a great story.
Yeah.
So how long from the start of that story to the end of that story was in there? This happened in just a few years?
Yes. So I got licensed in February of 2014. And now February 2019 is when we went independent, and we've been running that way ever since.
Look at that. So Keller Williams and Aspire, they were kind of co-branded for a while, weren't they?
Well, it's Keller Williams Inspire Realty.
Inspire, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And so how that works is when you have a brokerage, you can have small teams that work underneath the brokerage header, which is what we did. So we were just a team operating underneath that brokerage, and now we are a brokerage.
Okay. Very good. Bridget, tell us a little bit about what you do, and when did you come to the company and to get started?
Yeah, I came into the company last September, and things were really hot at that point, so it was a great time to come into the company. It was really busy. A lot of stuff was moving. And then during the winter, I got really a lot more time to get into the business and figure out our strategy for marketing. And really, it's just a lot of social media right now. That's where everyone is, especially as they're working from home. Just making sure that we're connecting with them on every channel that we can, letting them know what's going on.
That's great, great advice, and we hear that from a lot of people. You've got to have a good, solid social strategy. We've been working hard on ours here. I think every business is trying to figure out how to do it. What are some of the things that work well in real estate when it comes to social media?
I think a lot of that we've been doing lately is videos. That's just any great social media strategy. It's easy content for people to digest, and it's really engaging. So if we can get Katherine in a house and have her walk through some of the awesome features of that and highlight all of those, I think that does really well. Great photos, obviously, catch people's attention and get people interested in those homes. So
Yes. Well,
That's key.
when I'm looking at maybe Tracy and I say, let's go on vacation or something, you always go on the websites, the travel sites and VRBO or whatever you're looking for. And it's amazing how much difference that makes when you see a really nice, professionally shot display. It makes you feel like, okay, I want to go there. And then you see the ones that don't have it. It might be a great place, but if it doesn't have that nice shine on the apple, you don't know. And the same is true with homes, right?
absolutely, yeah. You want to make the listing shine for sure so that you just get people. I mean, once you get people in a home, that's where they really decide if this is for me or not. But getting them to the home is the biggest step.
Yes.
You see so many pictures online, and what we know in our business to be true is people typically will either say yes to a property after seeing the first 5 pictures, or nope, moving on, we're going to trash that one and keep looking. And that's where Bridget has been just such a phenomenal fit with our company, because she's got that eye. She wants the perfection as well, and she wants our properties and our listings to really shine, because we know how important that interaction is. We want to really captivate our audience right out of the gates so that our properties are the ones that are at the top of the list for buyers who are coming through wanting to see them, and she does a phenomenal job. And you have to have so much interaction with potential buyers and sellers. And so what she does on social media is crazy. I mean, I was just out meeting with a client yesterday, and I had a guy come up and he's like, I just saw your post on Facebook. I was running through a neighborhood and I went to like check on a for sale sign in somebody else's yard. It wasn't our listing, but it was our website that came up due to the post that she's putting out.
Very cool.
How has COVID-19 affected your business these days?
It is a whole different ball game right now. And especially when we were in the thick of it, we've always been considered an essential business. So we were always up and running throughout it, but we're having to take very different measures right now. We want to really make sure that everybody's health and safety is at the front of everything that we're doing. So it's really taking those measures to ask the questions instead of saying, oh, are you pre-approved? How can we help you? And let's get the process moving. And now it's like, do you have any symptoms? Are there any warning signals that we should be aware of? And then it's making sure that as people are coming in, we're disinfecting our hands, making sure we're taking those steps, wearing masks if the situation requires it, and then cleaning up as we're leaving. So the other thing that we've had to do is a lot of FaceTime showings and virtual tours where people just don't feel comfortable coming in homes. And so we accommodate that wholeheartedly. We have a family who's moving here from out of state. They've never set foot in their house, but it's just having to look at it in a whole different light. Has it slowed the market for a while there? It really did. But now as those lifts are starting to come off, we are running at the speed of light. It's been wild.
I suppose people cramped in homes with their families going, oh my gosh, we need more room.
100%. Nothing makes your walls feel like they're caving in on you than trying to fit a family of 5 into a small.
And do homework and everything else. Yeah, that's got to be rough.
Now moms are like, oh my gosh, I need a multi-purpose room. I don't even know what
I
that
need
is,
a
but
she
I
shed.
need it.
I need my own she shed.
Get me out.
Yes. Well, speaking of that, tell us about how you and your husband did it with young kids and a family starting this business. How did you balance it all and make it happen without losing your mind?
Well, we are now a 2-household family, and so it's kind of nice as we're moving the kids from house to house. We're both having to work from home and having a totally different layout, but it's literally keeping the kids on such a tight schedule where when we know that we're going to be on work calls and meeting with clients and doing things like that, the kids are conveniently doing math homework.
Yes.
They're in Dreambox. And so it's just different. It was trying to navigate and then trying to find some way to separate the noise and the space from one another so that we could all accomplish the goals.
Yes.
It was trying, and I think I have a couple more gray hairs. But
Easy to have happen. As you've built the company, tell us about what your philosophy has been. Every business has kind of that heartbeat. What is really important to them, the why behind what they do. What is the why for Aspire Realty?
we employ what's called the white glove client service model. My number one passion is my people. It is the clients that we get to work with. I want to put people in the perfect houses for them. And to do that, you really have to connect with your client, and you pull out all stops to make sure you are providing just a pinnacle level of experience for our clients every single day of the week. So we could get to a point where if we scrapped how much we value this piece of our business, we could probably double our production, but it's not about production for us. The soul of our company is making sure that the experiences that our clients have are so far and above anything they could have ever imagined previously. So one thing that Bridget and the whole team in the office works really hard at is really customizing every client experience from the time that they come in to the time that they're closing. And then beyond that, we're staying very much so in touch with them and in it every single day and then beyond, which is kind of different. A lot of times an agent will show a house, will write the contract, then we'll show up at closing, then you might not hear from them for a couple of years. Whereas we are with them throughout the whole entire time, and then you're hearing from us at least once a month, every single month after you've already sold or purchased the house.
Yes. Bridget, how do you coordinate all those pieces to make that happen? Have you got a video crew that you work with, or do you do that internally? How do you make all those things happen to get your content out?
For the most part, we do a lot of it internally, and a lot of it is just like organic on the spot. So it's really genuine and not edited too much. Also because it's just easier that way and faster. A lot of times we're on the run, so that means our video and all the content pieces are just kind of on a whim. We do have some scheduling stuff on the background, a marketing platform that we use that helps us keep everything kind of in line. And I would say, I don't know. Sorry. No, I lost my train of thought. Morning thoughts.
That's okay. But the organization's got to be pretty key to make it all happen, right?
It is, yeah. Just having a really comprehensive marketing schedule on what events are coming up, what's going on in the agents' lives, what's going on in the world, and in our local area, just making sure we're keeping up with events and
Well, and there's so many times too. It's the soul of our company. Our culture reflects all of the exact same types of passion for that client experience. And so when you've got a bunch of like-minded people who all have the same commitment and passion for the client experience, we'll be sitting in the office. It's like, hey, you know what we should do? We should do flowers for mom for Valentine's Day. So then we're like blasting things out to all the husbands and guys who have sweethearts or even single dads with daughters. We're like, come in, we've got flower bouquets for your girls. So pick them up. Let us know when you're going to be coming.
What a great idea.
It's just little things like that where we really stop to say, how can we take better care of our clients, not only today, but far beyond? And we're doing it and changing it every single day amongst all of us. So,
how many people work with you at Aspire now?
We have a team of 6. So there are 4 of us who are licensed in the office, 2 who serve as strict admin. So Bridget and Jen are strict admin. And then we have Vanessa who floats between an admin role and then also is licensed. So she'll be out client-facing, opening doors, things of that nature.
In a small company, you got to have those Swiss Army knives, don't you?
You do. We have a lot of those I'm finding around the office.
Yeah, we do too, thankfully. What does the future look like? What do you want the company to be 10 years from now?
You know, we're always looking to expand the different services that we can offer. That's how we even got into selling lake properties, and now we're doing some commercial stuff. It's just about adapting and constantly evolving what we can do for our clients as our clients' needs are shifting. You know, big picture-wise, we'd like to have a couple more offices in other areas of the United States. I came from down in the Twin Cities area. I would love to see a remote office down there so we can just continue the Aspire journey down there and continue to provide those awesome experiences.
What's selling in this community right now? What price ranges are things moving? What price ranges are things staying a little more stagnant? I've heard that it's a pretty good market right now.
It is hot. It is hot. And if you're listening and you have a house that is going to go to that first-time home buyer, especially if you've got something $250 and below, please, please, please call your favorite agent. We are not able to keep those houses on the market for more than a blink of an eye, and there's a lot of buyers looking for them. But honestly, all of the different price points are doing phenomenally well right now. The key is when you're coming out on the market, have your house show ready. Make sure that the price that you're coming out with actually reflects what the market is saying that your house is valued at. It's not the time to try to push that number and say, okay, well, if the market is responding well, saying I should sell at 400, let's see what we can do at 425. This isn't the market to do that. But if you're sticking right with where your comp analyses are coming in, you're going to do well.
And mortgage rates are very good right now.
Phenomenal. I just had a client the other day who got locked in at 2.875 on a 30-year fixed.
On a 30-year loan.
2.
Can you believe that? 2.875.
Amazing.
Wow. Yeah, that's unreal.
We love that.
Very cool. If people want to find out more about Aspire Realty and how you might be able to help them, how do they do that?
Well, you can call us really easily at 701-4ASPIRE or check us out online at www.findfargomoreheadhome.com.
All right. Katherine, Bridget, thank you for coming in. Great to see you, and congratulations on all the success and best wishes for the future.
Thank you for having us.
The ladies from Aspire Realty joining us here on the CEO Spotlight. This segment is brought to you by Vaaler Insurance. When it comes to protecting your business, nobody beats Vaaler. Their employee benefits division specializes in assisting and taking pressure off of your HR staff so they can focus on other tasks. They work closely with your employees to make sure they see the full value of the benefits that your organization provides. Doesn't cost a penny to ask some questions. To set up a visit, go online to Vaaler.com. That's VAALER.com.